back today with Esenam. If today happens to be the first time you're watching me, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to turn the post notification on so you can have access to all my videos as soon as I post them. Let's go right into the video. So guys, there's this thing I saw that I'm actually going to address quickly because I'm very interested in that. I'm going to just read it and then we'll get into the video. I am a 21-year-old girl who is in the university at the moment. As a result of broken home, it's been difficult to forgive either of my parents due to all we had to go through, even presently, as a result of their decisions and actions. How do I get past this? Now, I took particular interest in this topic because somehow I can kind of relate. Also take this from me, the way somebody else approaches these issues would be different, and probably the solutions you have to apply to your particular problem, such as this one, would be very different because it varies. Okay, your parents are not my parents, they are not Auntie B's parents or Mensa's parents. We have different people and different people relate to things differently. So let me quickly put this disclaimer out there. I'm not a professional nor a counselor, and so if you need professional advice, seek that from a professional. I'm just going to put out what I think, my point of view, okay? When it comes to this dysfunctional home kind of a thing, people tend to kind of blame the men or blame the women. Fine, you can blame whoever you want to blame, but the thing is, we, the children involved, didn't send you, the man or the woman, to get married. We didn't send you, first off. Secondly, we didn't ask you to divorce. We didn't. For like about 99% of marriages that go to divorce do not in any way consult their children. Especially when you come to African homes, nobody consults you about anything. They just decide and you're supposed to follow. You have no say, and that's just it. So we didn't send you to get married. We, the children, didn't send you to divorce. And so whatever you do, you should make sure it doesn't affect us. Unfortunately, nobody can guarantee that because it's the children who suffer the most when it comes to dysfunctional homes. What it means to be from a dysfunctional home or from a broken home means that the super control, like they control you to the extent that you also grow up controlling others, especially if you are the eldest and you're supposed to control, the kid ones, like your younger siblings and all of that. It is as though whatever they are going through, you are supposed to be taking the hit. So when they go through their emotional crisis and stuff like that, you are the receiving end, receiving their anger, their frustrations, their grievances and everything. So even when you are supposed, let's say you want to watch TV because your mom is angry at your dad or something, you go and sleep, go and sleep, go and sleep. You get that thing. There's too much control, and it's not healthy. I'm not talking about the kind of control that's healthy. This is not healthy. That's what it means to come from a dysfunctional home or a broken home. On the other hand, there's so much abuse. When you compare the Western countries to that of us, where we have those kind of strict, child protective staffs and all of that, it's hard for you to actually beat your child mercilessly and then get away with it. When you come to an African home, such as in Ghana like this, for instance, if you mess up, your mother or your father will give it to you according to, not according from. But in this case, it's not as a result of something you have done. It is as a result of you being at the receiving end of their frustrations and whatever they are going through. They abuse you physically, and not just when they are abusing you. As a matter of fact, abuse is not limited to physical abuse. We also have emotional and other forms of abuse. So in the case whereby you see your parents arguing, you see them fighting, throwing things at themselves and all of that, the kind of abuse it causes to the little child, the growing child alone, could be like, it could cause a permanent damage. Honestly, it takes years for people to recover from that. It takes years, it takes a lot of work for people to recover from that. Coming from a dysfunctional or a broken home also means that life can be chaotic, unstable, and like you should be prepared for anything and everything at all. So like you're always living in fear. There is no happy moments because all the time you're thinking, hey, are they going to fight? The moment you see them arguing, small, are they going to fight again? Are they going to start throwing things around? Like you are living in fear, constant fear. Parents, we didn't ask you to get married. So when you want to think about getting married, think of the possibility of how your actions or inactions could ruin that child's life someday before you make the decision to get married, honestly. Because this thing must stop. It's got to stop. These children are also not far from always wanting to be loved, okay? Because you're from a family where there's separations, whereby they didn't see that parental love. They didn't see their parents showing affection and care and love to each other. It's difficult for them to actually express that same love towards somebody. I mean, I didn't feel it. How am I supposed to give it to you? Notwithstanding the fact that they get to guard their emotions, and it's so difficult for you to see them express themselves. Okay, who are you going to talk to? Are you going to tell somebody that my parents are fighting and my parents argued about this and they spoke about that? And no. So children like this don't come out easily. It's difficult and it can be suicidal. Imagine I want to kill you and I don't tell you I want to kill you. That's not it though, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's a very dangerous thing. So I don't know what exactly happened in her case, but if I can recall, personally, I had this same issue, and it had to do with the fact that it was based on what I saw. We, the children, we don't know why you are hitting your wife or your spouse. We don't know that. All we know is that you hit her. So it is the results that we are swallowing, like we are swallowing in as a bitter pill. Okay, so whatever caused the hitting, the abuse, the insults, we don't care. We don't know. It is what we have seen that sticks in our minds and in our mind's eye, and that's what we work with. So if I have something against you, it's not because of what you have said behind closed doors that I don't know. It is because of what I have seen, and that's what keeps bringing all this bitterness and unforgiveness and all of that. So my dear, wherever you are, I'm going to just touch quickly. I'm going to touch on, say, 3 or 4 things you can do, or 3 or 4 things I personally did, because I had a lot of issues. It got to a time for close to a year I didn't speak with my dad. I was so bitter. I resented him a lot. I didn't want to get close to him, not to even hear his voice, because of what I had seen, or because of what I had actually experienced. And it's so unfortunate that they don't realize all of these things. No, they don't see anything wrong with it, probably because of where they grew up or how they also were trained or something. So the first thing you can do is to acknowledge the fact that, yes, I am hurting, I'm in pain, I feel vulnerable, I feel rejected. I am so mad at the situation. The second thing you can do, okay, is to get physical. Getting physical in this particular sense doesn't mean you're going to beat them. No, it actually means you should get out to some secluded place if you want, whichever. It could be a park or anything, and scream it out, like let it go. Hit something. You could go to a boxing ring or at the gym or something. Get physical, like do something that would cause everything to come out. It wouldn't come out like that, but because sometimes you can't actually go to them and confront them on all of the things you've gone through and everything like that, you can actually try to do that with the wind. The wind wouldn't say you've gone against Ephesians 6 verse 1. The third thing is optional, and it depends on the kind of home you're coming from. If you have parents who are ready to listen to you, then try and open up to them to help you resolve that resentment. Some also choose therapy. So rather than speaking to their parents, they go to speak with other people. Well, it's not very common in our, locality at the moment. But then I will encourage us to, like, once in a while, visit a counselor. A school counselor or something, to talk to them about things like this. It could be your pastor, godmother, godfather, spiritual father or mother or something. Speak to people about it, not like everybody, but then speak about it. It helps. The fourth thing that can actually help you get over this and quickly forgive them is to hold on to the good they have done. Trust me, there's no perfect person out there, but with everybody, there is a good to them, okay? Try as much as possible to acknowledge the fact that there is some amount of good in there. One thing you have to understand is that forgiving is a long journey. It doesn't take one day, because it's easier said than done. The deeper the wound, the harder it becomes, okay? But it takes a stronger person to actually forgive. And you have to will it. You don't have to feel it. You can't feel like, okay, I feel like I've forgiven him, no, or I feel like I've forgiven her. It's not done. You have to will it in order for you to do it. And the last point I'm going to give you is that it takes the grace of God. So whichever God you are holding on to, hold on to him when it comes to letting go and forgiving. So thank you so much for making time to watch this video. I'm sure you may not be able to relate to this video, but I think in everybody's life, at a point you struggle to forgive. You actually have to forgive somebody in order for you to be able to move on. And if you apply these points, it may help you. So thank you so much again. Until my next video, don't forget to do you, and do